Hello, my happy assets viewers and listeners and readers, and welcome back to another little info segment. One of the things I've been talking about lately is this strategic pyramid, and the order of the pyramid is mission statement, vision, goals, strategies, actions, and tactics. And I've kind of covered the top three, and I was getting into an organization chart. And the reason why all of this and an organization chart is important to your business is because it really builds a framework of consistency, and it builds a system that can be replicated over and over again. So in your business, even if you're not going to build 1,000 of them, you still want to treat it like you are, because that makes you think about it differently, and it in the end provides the customer with a consistent framework, or a consistent experience at least. And so in the book My Happy Assets, which is at myhappyassets.com, I talk about a standard operating procedure and how to write essentially what's called a franchise prototype manual, which really, if you're going to franchise it, that'll let you do that. But if you're not, you still need one anyway. It makes you think about your business as if you're going to replicate it 1,000 times. So I want to talk real quick about an org chart, a franchise prototype manual. You can get the details out of the book here, but part of that includes an organization chart, and again, that is bringing structure to your business. The reason why an org chart is so important is because you're going to have lots of workers in your business, or you're going to be the only worker in the business. But whichever one it is, you really need to lay out all the tasks that are in the business. If you have a lot of people that are working in it, then maybe you're just taking turns doing, different things. You're taking turns, and no one really knows what they're responsible for or what they're accountable for. So an org chart will really lay out those tasks. If you're the only person in the business, then it's probably pretty hectic. You've got a lot of responsibilities on your plate, and you need a way to really streamline the business and really bring some clarity to what you're doing day to day and how to really get a hold of that, so you can get ahead of the curve and really take the reins on it. So an org chart, first off, you simply document all the tasks that need to be done, and additionally, you might document, if you're going to hire, you might document the new tasks that need to be done or should be done but you don't have time to get to. The second thing you want to do is detail the task, maybe provide a little description to the task, and then the third thing you'd want to do is document how to do that efficiently. So really, you would detail the steps to do the job, step 1, 2, 3. For example, I need somebody to answer the phones all day. So the task is answer the phones. A little description is, phone answer, or somebody to answer the phones. We have important calls coming in. And then maybe the steps would be that, pick up receiver, answer, answer with a greeting, this is XYZ business. Thanks for calling today. How can I help you? And then 3 would be how to document out the messages, what kind of system. I would say, for me personally, it'd be enter them straight in to either an Excel sheet or into an email, or capture them somehow electronically. So that might not be the greatest example, but you see that you're trying to document out the standard, how to answer it, how to do it efficiently, because you don't want to just detail the task and then say, well, we've always done it this way, so just write that down. We've one of our tasks is to walk across the room from point A to point B, but every time we get to the middle of the room, we twirl around twice, and then continue on to point B. So just go ahead and type that down, when really you could eliminate the 2 twirls that you do from that and get the job done at the bottom line, it can be done more inexpensive without the twirls, right? Less time to get from point A to point B. So that's really that third step involves documenting how to do the task efficiently, not just doing it, or how it's always been done, or how Joe's always done it. He must know. How do you know if maybe Joe adds an extra step that doesn't need to be there? So you got to figure that out. And then you would want to group those tasks. Really, you want to group them based on, I guess you could say, their attributes or their like characteristics. So if a lot of the duties seem to be admin duties, just for an example, like answering the phone and filing, running to get paper and errands and whatnot, so that might be grouped under an admin position. If a lot of the tasks are, marketing or sales, like make sales calls, design an ad campaign, use social media such as Facebook or Twitter, then maybe that all gets grouped under a marketing role. So that those get grouped into a bucket called a role, and then you might, at the end of the day, you look down, there actually might be 20 roles, and you might have, say, 4 people in the organization. Well, then each person is going to get 5 of those roles, and really each role would come with its own position contract. I think you would take it down to a role. I guess you could be argued that you could make out a position contract. In a position contract, it just says what the guidelines are, the resources, what the desired results are, and then the accountability, and then the consequences, both positive and negative. And so once you get that in place, and you've really assigned out the roles to the person, and now you have a way to follow through and implement your organization chart. So then the organization chart just isn't a bunch of boxes and lines on a piece of paper. It's actually now wired into your business. It's living and breathing, and you follow up with it through your meetings, and you go over the roles and responsibilities and the way to kind of hold accountable people. So that's that word chart description. That's going to be in My Happy Assets Small Business, which is due out in August. But for now, this is available, My Happy Assets, at myhappyassets.com and also Plymouth.com. And it does have a description on the standard operating procedure and the franchise prototype manual. So check that out and stay tuned here, and thanks a lot. Have a great day.